Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, I went to the wrong place, but it's 17275. And of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you know it, I know it, make sure to ring that bell. That said, here we are. Ruins 5. We're just mopping up stuff here. It should be easy. Alright, there we go. Ruins 5. Ruins 6. Yeah, most of these stages are easy. The only real interesting stages at this point, and I use interesting loosely, I would say are 10 and 11. Marion still can't one-shot the cannon, so that's something. Marion's actually been doing pretty well with her upgrading. She's almost at 1200. She got to, I think, 1195 or 1197 today. I think it was 1195. So she's got 2 awakenings to go, and less than 5. We got her rune refined today, so that's at 1.57. Obviously, we did get one for Christian that was 1.7, so we probably could do that a little bit more, but I was pretty satisfied walking away with a 1.57. Now, if you remember with Christian, it took forever to get like a really well-refined one. Obviously, too, that's something we can look at later. It's just not a good time for me right now to sit there and try and, or not. That's a wrong term. I just do not have the patience right now to do that. So we'll see. And there will be. I forgot. I completely spaced out. But anyways, as soon as we get both of Marion's artifacts to 1200, we will be switching over to Christian. Christian only needs a handful of levels on his artifacts. I think it's like 30 on each. But his are level 4, so those levels should be quicker. And once we finish Christian off, which I can't imagine it takes that long, and he's at 600, we will be switching back to Marion's artifacts, but we will be pushing. That was the metric I set for Marion, was having 1200 artifacts, being max level. And for Christian, having 600 artifacts, he's been max level for a while. And with all that done, I probably could have pushed before, I likely could have pushed before then, but because I made a very clear set of conditions, I wanted to wait until I achieved all the conditions. So tomorrow will be the 1200 orbs, and we'll be able to start working on Christian's artifacts. Will be kind of interesting what I choose to sweep, because I do believe I have enough. All I need is 6 orbs, so I technically could sweep the ring tomorrow, which I might do, just to finish up Christian's ring, or at least start on it. And then after I do that, really, I don't need. It's not like Marion where I have to exclusively sweep one or the other as much, because getting his awakening material is also food for the artifacts. It's the common stuff. So we'll just have to see how that goes. That's what we'll have to do. But I probably will do that and start on his ring. But I don't, like I said, I don't need to sweep it. I don't need to sweep anything exclusively to do something with him. I think at best we would need to have 12 rings, and let's say the absolute worst scenario where we get 12 rings, we use all of them. Well, his orb still needs levels 2, you know, so it's not a big deal. It will be a big deal when, you know, one is 600 and it becomes a question of what to do with the other one. So that's but that won't be too hard. And again, so once all that's done, we will be pushing. And I know a lot of people have been really waiting for this and trying to get me to push sooner, and I understand. I actually understand that. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it. And it's less I didn't feel like pushing, and more it's like for the longest time I was really holding out, hoping that we would get an update between now and then, and we still haven't gotten it. We've gotten, we've gotten updates to the, I know the game isn't abandoned because we've gotten updates to address issues. We haven't gotten any updates on pushing. I mean, on content updates. So I find that strange, but what can I do? I have reached out to the developers to encourage them to continue working on this game, but and who knows? It could be like one of those games where a year later, then all of a sudden you get an update, something like that. I've seen it before. Honestly, at one point, everybody was concerned that they just quit, and I was like, no, they've been updating their other games. I assume they probably, because remember, Total War took forever to come out. But they're probably, if they're not developing a new game, that's probably what they're doing. And once the new game's done, maybe they'll swing back and give us some content. I do know that they share the art between a lot of their different games, which totally makes sense. Art is a really expensive asset. If you got a good base of art, you can make a lot of different games with it. You don't need to have a unique set of art for every game. Especially if you use the same characters. That's the other thing. That's one of the things you can kind of get away with. Like if they reuse the same characters, but they're in different games. Like Xavier's like a wise old man in another game. You can kind of get away with that. And there we go, victory 653. So, that said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.